Now that we know our personal BMR, we need to do some personal calories accounting. This is where CookBookPlus saves the day. CookBookPlus has been optimized to make it easy to keep track of your daily food consumption. For this example, we'll use CookBookPlus on the web to show how easy it is to keep track of daily meals and snacks. To get started, we'll click the Web App Demo command on the menu that runs along the top of all our pages. This opens the web app's login page. To get going, we'll enter our username and password in the web application and click the Login button. This takes us to the last meal we entered. As you can see, I've already entered today's lunch. Let's go back one record, and you can see what I entered for today's breakfast. Let's go back to the last meal or lunch. The total calories we've logged so far today are summarized in this area. So far, our breakfast and lunch calories total 1,538. We haven't logged any exercises, so our net daily calories are the same as the number of calories we logged, or 1,538. BMR value is $3,016. So far today, we are 1,478 calories short of BMR. That's the amount of calories that we can still eat today. Let's assume we've just finished dinner and we need to enter those calories. To start, we'll click the Start a New Meal command button. We'll designate this as a supper meal, and we'll give it a descriptive name if we'd like. Then we'll click the Add Meal command button. Now we'll add some items in this area. For this quick example, we'll assume that our dinner consisted of some ham, some baked beans, and some green peas. To start, I'll open this drop-down and pick some ham. Tab key, and I'll enter the number of ounces. For this example, we'll say 6 ounces. Tab key, and I'll click the Add as New Line Item command button. That just entered the first item in our list. Next, I'll pick some baked beans, and we'll have some bushes. Boston recipe beans, tab key. And we're going to have 1 cup of those. And tab key, and I'll click the button again. For a third ingredient, we'll have some peas. And we'll use frozen peas, and I'll say I ate 2 cups of those. I like my peas. And we'll click the button Add as New Line Item. Nutrition information for this meal is summarized here. This meal has 856 calories, and it only has 22% fat. As we entered each meal item, the summary information here was updated. We still have 622 calories we can eat before reaching our BMR value. Let's have some dessert and see what happens. We'll have some apple pie and ice cream. We'll open the drop-down and pick some apple pie, so we'll go pie. And there's some apple pie. Homemade pie looks good. Select that, and we're going to have 1 slice. We'll enter it to our list. And I believe I mentioned we'd have some ice cream, so let's have a cup of ice cream. And we're going to have some Vanilla Breyers ice cream. 1 cup. Enter. So after eating dessert, we consumed 1,537 calories in this meal. The meal was about 33% fat, and our nutrition outcome for the day is fairly close to our BMR, although we overshot just a little bit. This control tells us that the total calories for today equaled about 36% fat. Although we know the numbers for the day, we can also chart the results. To do that, we'll click this button. Here, we get a 1 day's daily calories snapshot report. This report shows our personal BMR. This is based on personal profile that was entered into the system. The center chart graphically gives us the information that we saw in the summary area. And we can see that we barely went over our BMR, gaining maybe 2/100ths of a pound. The chart encourages us to consider exercising to take care of the 58 excess calories. Although we overshot our BMR target by a small amount, maybe we can do something about that. We didn't exercise at all today. Maybe we should do some exercise and see what happens.